I don't know.
She went. Okay, sorry. Go.
Ready?
Okay.
Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. I'm Cassidy.
I'm Becca.
I'm Anna.
And we're the Try Hard Girls. Today, we are going to do our first ever Mukbang!
Shout out Trish.
Yes. The queen.
We have been on YouTube for about 3 months now, and I
That
cannot
is
believe
crazy.
I
3
know.
months?
3
I thought it
months.
like a month.
I know, and I cannot believe that we have not done and de-escalated ourselves to a mukbang, because that's what every try-hard does, except for us, apparently.
I thought you were going to
True.
say, I can't believe we're almost at 40 subscribers. Subscribe.
Follow us. If you're not following us, please follow us. We would love to get 40 subscribers. If you already subscribed, thank you. We love you. Fellow tryhards, we're here. So today we are going to be doing a Thanksgiving leftover mukbang. We have some mac and cheese made by Bekah. We have a little bit of turkey that I brought from Thanksgiving. And I brought
Gobble,
some
gobble.
cranberry sauce.
We have some rolls, which
We love our rolls.
Hawaiian.
we have some mashed potatoes that, you know, we picked these potatoes from the ground and they're, you know, real good.
They're real fresh.
And then we have some stuffing in case you want to get stuffed later. And then we have gravy made by Billy herself. Give it up for Billy!
Hello, Billy. The OG Billy is back, and she's better than ever, wearing her
Or he, we're not sure.
wearing its Billie Eilish shirt.
So Billy wearing Billy.
Billy wearing Billy.
And then we're going to have a quick little history lesson, baby, with Miss Cassidy Maddox. Oh, what's that, Billy? That is the timer for the
Pumpkin in the oven.
While the pumpkin pie is cooking, we will all do a little bit of a cheers.
Cheers.
Billy, come here.
Billy. Oh my god, these glasses have our smudges all over them.
and our lipstick stand.
Spider check.
Spider check.
We good.
I'm thankful for no spider.
So let's get started,
Let's
girls.
dive in.
dig
I'm gonna
in.
dive into the mac and cheese.
I'll start with the taters.
And then we can...
The tater. Ooh. The
Wow.
taters.
This looks absolutely delicious. Some of the stuff was not from Thanksgiving, but cooked tonight. Because, you know, we're trying hard here. And, you know, clickbait. Oh, I'm putting way too much on my plate.
And
Girl,
the
I
reason
don't
why,
believe you. It looks bomb.
the reason why is I'm
putting a lot on my plate.
I don't want to
blabbering
Shake one.
when you hungry. Oh wait,
Oh my
here.
god, this is not leg tight. I'm so sorry.
Because
stuff myself.
so tell us, Kay, what did you do for Thanksgiving this year?
So, my parents have a place a little bit south of us. So we went to their house. We typically do this every year, but we had like some of our family friends over. My fiance and his mom and family were
Oh my god,
over.
that's so weird. This is the first time
I know, it's so
Wow.
weird saying fiance.
One more.
I can't see.
Yes, she does.
Yeah, probably. Let's be real.
We just had like a typical Thanksgiving dinner. Everyone brought someone brought a turkey. We did prime rib. We did taters, stuffing, mac and cheese, and all that fun stuff. And that's pretty much it. We just had like kind of a normal Thanksgiving. It was really nice. We brought all of our dogs over. Millie came over and played with my sister's dog Bailey and my parents'
love.
dogs Summer, Tiffany, and Sasha. And then my fiance's mom brought her dog Coda.
That's a lot of dogs.
Insert picture of the cutest dogs ever here. All cousins.
And siblings.
Oh, also Coda was a little shit. And he
Crazy.
got into the counter, onto the pie, onto the apple pie,
Oh my god.
multiple times.
Oh my god.
But all the rest of the dogs were great. I mean, I do love my little Coda bear, but he can cause some trouble. So other than that, we
Did
just
you
had-
shout out the queen of all queens, Tiffany?
Oh yes, Tiffany was there.
Wow.
I did say
Tiffany,
Tiffany.
I had
She
your
did say
back.
I did say Tiffany was there, but
fine.
Tiffany wasn't in the picture that I inserted. But you know, she has been going through breast cancer. They found a few tumors in her chest, but she's recovered so well.
Good.
And she's doing really good right now. So she just kind of keeps to herself most of the time, but she gets all the love because she can sit in everyone's lap and beg for food.
I love her.
But she's our little queen. So shout out to our queen.
Should we
little
cheers
princess.
with some food real quick?
Oh yeah, I'm about to dive into
Oh,
this
I've been
macaroni.
diving in.
I'm about to dive in. Cheers.
And it has nothing on
Nothing
it.
on her fork.
Is it vegan?
No.
Have you?
Which
Let us-
brings us to our
Oh, wait.
first unsponsored sponsored.
Yeah, so while I have you here, let me just tell you about a little thing that has been a part of my life for a few years now, and it really makes a world of difference. This video is not sponsored today by Lactaid. Lactaid is a pill that you can eat if you're dairy-free. It takes away the lactose. All you have to do is rip that bad boy open
Show it's how it's done.
and take it with your first bite of dairy.
And then you won't be on the toilet all night long.
It's good for you. It's good for me. It's good for us.
We'll update you
Lactaid.
later if it works.
Lactaid, trusted by the most dairy-free, lactose-free people. Not sponsored.
Love, love, oh love.
Oh, I didn't get mashed potatoes.
Oh, wow, get you some.
And add some pepper.
Oh, of course, gotta add that pepper Queen Anna.
I am a
And
pepper
some salt.
connoisseur.
Okay, well, maybe we should dive on over to Anna. Do you want to tell us
Yes.
what you did for Thanksgiving?
Tell us, girl.
Mexicana.
Well, this year we usually celebrate. We don't really have family here. I mean, we have some like really close
she's
family
Mexican.
friends. Yes, that's why. Well, I'm first generation. However, this year my sister had to stay home, aka school.
Wait, she did?
Yeah.
She couldn't come for Thanksgiving?
No, I told you guys.
They went there.
I went over there.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's what I remember. I knew you guys were together, but I was like very caught off guard.
Yeah, that's why I was like, we don't really have leftovers. But anyway, so we went to go visit my sister at her college town. She had to work the next day, and there was a lot of traffic. And now that I think about it, going back home the next day, it would have been horrible for her to get home because
It's one of the worst days of the year to
and
travel.
also there's a premium outlet like on the way to her school, and that place was jammed
for Black Friday.
Yeah.
Shit.
And it was a lot of fun. We just stayed at her apartment. We made chicken cordon bleu with
Ooh,
smashed
yum.
potatoes. And
Honestly?
lots of yummy food.
Chicken cordon bleu is underrated.
So good.
Honestly, it's so good.
Mukbang coming soon.
It's honestly so
That
good.
Costco 6-pack.
It's so good.
Oh yeah, the Costco says
Fun.
But anyway, it was a lot of fun. Yeah, that was pretty much it though. What about you, B? What'd you do this Thanksgiving? I feel
Wow.
like, sorry, I feel like I just keep eating while you guys are talking. I'm like,
No, I
so
am too. I'm
hungry.
shoveling it into my mouth. You know what's the best part about this video?
what?
Is that we honestly have not talked we talk all, of course.
But not like
Yes.
about this.
Every day.
But we haven't talked about like what our Thanksgiving was, so this is the first time we're all
Mhm.
hearing about each other's experiences too.
Mm-hmm.
So what did you do?
Sleeves.
Okay, so for my Thanksgiving, I actually celebrated about a week ago, maybe, question mark, a week and a half, because my sister was in town, and we also had some of my mom's cousins in town, and we celebrated early because my sister actually moved out of the country, and she left before Thanksgiving, so we decided to have it before actual Thanksgiving, basically. So it was really fun. We had all the traditional food then. But on
Shout out to Kat.
shout out, she's now back with her hubby, and they are
Shout out
living
to Nick.
life. And yeah, shout out to Nick.
How those Cowboys do it.
I love watching you guys figure about that.
But anyway, so on actual Thanksgiving, it was actually just my mom and I. My dad went to the lake house, and my sister was out of the country. And so it was just my mom and I, and we made it super low key. We had mac and cheese actually for dinner. That's what we did, but that was it. We didn't have like all the fixings. We just did mac and cheese, and then we actually went to a movie during the day.
What
And
movie?
we went and saw Knives Out.
Oh wait, I heard great.
It was
things.
really good.
Knives Out?
Knives
Yeah,
Out. It's like a murder
Jamie Lee
mystery.
Curtis.
Oh shit!
It's good. It was
really?
good. Yeah.
It looked really good.
But
And
no,
you guys,
for
the
some reason
movies
why.
was crowded.
Of course, Thanksgiving. It's like Christmas Day.
I didn't
Everybody
know
goes
that.
to movies.
We don't.
I
So
like
like
it.
I just never knew that.
Apparently, it goes a lot.
Well, I guess it makes sense. But yeah, there was quite a bit of people there, and it was actually really fun. And then we came home, and my mom and I just did like a spa day to ourselves. We
We did face masks. We got rid of our nasty black heads on our noses.
and,
Love that for you.
and then we also watched another movie. So it was fun.
That's super nice.
Yeah, it was super
actually.
laid back, so it was
I
good.
really have not been. I was actually gonna say tonight we should go to a movie, but then I was like,
I was going to say the same thing.
You know what I want to watch? Is
Honestly,
that-
we could still go.
we could still go. What time is it?
Honestly, we could still go. It's
It's
only
late.
8.
We'll figure
When
it
has
out.
that? When have we ever not gone to a late
But you
movie?
know what movie I want to watch is Last Christmas.
Me too.
Oh my god. What's her? Who's Felicia? What's her name?
I literally know it.
Really?
Amelia Clark.
Amelia Clark. Amelia Clark, and then the really hot guy from the Asian movie.
Crazy Rich Asians.
Crazy Rich Asians. It looks really
Yeah.
cute, and actually like a come to Jesus for like a lot of people. I feel like
Ooh.
the
Ooh.
holidays can be stressful for some people.
Alexa.
That's true. That is very true.
Off. Alexa is
The
going
pie is
on,
done.
which means the pie is done.
For real this time.
How's everyone's food?
I actually told
Mine's
myself
good.
2 seconds ago I need to slow down because we're gonna finish the mukbang food before.
Honey, who said anything about being
I've
bad?
yet to
You can
have
have
turkey.
seconds.
Dude, literally.
Oh, yeah,
I need to
same.
have some turkey. I haven't had turkey
Can I
yet.
just say
Same.
the best thing so far is the mac and cheese.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
It's really, really good.
And the stuffing
you.
from it not being homemade was actually pretty good too. To be
Uh huh.
honest. Yeah, Billy, get some. Grab yourself a plate, girl.
It's so good.
Oh boy, you never know.
Billy, could I ask for a favor? Can you get me some water?
Same bills.
Here.
I think that I'm gonna chug.
Another non-sponsored Hydro Flask. Oh, it's here.
Ooh,
Quench your thirst.
It is always here to quench our thirst. Do you want some?
No, I need to chug some water, so I'll wait for bills. I don't
Oh,
want
girl, you could chug away.
No, I would probably finish it.
That's okay. We can get it refill.
Yeah. I just drugged it too.
Next, thanks, bills. Literally. Chug.
Oh my gosh, she really is.
Chugging girl along. Chugga
Couldn't finish
chugga.
it, but like,
Hoo-hoo.
I'm thirsty.
I was thirsty.
What?
When isn't she thirsty?
Oh, let's
this.
Honestly,
You guys, I'm
Billy's-
going in for seconds. Screw it.
Go ahead. Okay,
Go ahead, girl. Do your thing.
what
My
are
fault.
some of your guys' family traditions?
One of my family traditions is, well, it has to do with food, of course.
Okay.
So the 2 things that we have to have at our dinner for the Maddox family are yams.
Love yams.
My dad is like religious about doing his yams, and he's just very, very passionate about it. And they're delicious.
Does he have marshmallow on top?
Yeah. Who doesn't?
Me.
Really?
Yeah,
You
I'm
guys
not a
both
big-
don't?
I don't like it.
Fan,
Oh wow, yeah.
Because
I mean,
yams
I-
are already sweet, I feel.
But I know that's like a traditional thing.
Yeah.
But
I'm
yeah,
just
no,
not
I've never done
traditional
it.
girl.
You're not a traditional kind of girl.
No.
I love that for you.
Thank you.
The other thing that we have to do, aka I have to do, is pumpkin roll.
Oh, my mom makes pumpkin rolls.
I don't know if you
Me
guys
neither
have
this
ever
year.
tried my pumpkin roll.
I don't think I've ever had yours. No.
It's pretty good.
Please.
You want some?
Turkey.
You did say no short stops.
Thank you.
Short stop.
But other than that, like, we don't really have any other traditions. Like, we just drink some wine and have a good time, you know? What about you guys?
We have a big tradition that after we eat, we clean up dinner and then we usually play games and then we have dessert. And we have a family game from my mom's side that we play every year. And I had a friend that came to Thanksgiving one year, so she got to play, but it's called Up Jenkins, and all you need is a quarter and a table, and it is so much fun. And you basically have like 2 teams and you're passing a quarter under the table.
We've had this at fam nights too.
Oh, we did play it at fam night. You're right. We did play it. Yeah, we did. We did. I remember now because I remember being on Mason's team and we won.
No,
Me?
Mason. No, Mason
Was
was,
it-
with the younger siblings. It was Mason.
Oh, that's right.
There was
Yeah, I don't
older
think I was
siblings
there.
versus younger
Were
siblings.
you not
Why
there?
do I have...
I don't think Kass actually was there that night.
I don't know, but either way, and then you say Up Jenkins and the other side has to go like this and you don't know where the quarter is. Then you say Down Jenkins and you have to slam your hands down on the table and then the other side gets to, depending on how many
Gotta have a
people,
good poker face.
2 or 3 guesses of where it is and then it goes back and forth.
Wow.
And we play that every year and it's really, really fun. And then we have
I think I saw a video.
And then
of
we
you.
always have 1 pumpkin pie and 1 apple pie. Usually I have to wait and eat pie the next day because I'm way too full because like that.
Creamy casserole though.
So yeah. Anna?
First of all, I really like that game. You should play
It's
it for
fun.
your holiday party coming up soon.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
But we could make it like a drinking game. And then, okay, so
Oh,
my
easily.
family, we don't have a lot of traditions for Thanksgiving. We have more for like Christmas, but we do lots of board games. We love Chinese checkers at our household.
Yeah, they're in Zanzibar.
Really.
Don't play with her.
And then, what are you talking about?
Sore loser.
First of all, you beat me once.
I'm talking about you and Savannah. Yeah, exactly.
I'm very competitive women. But
We play lots of games and we watch movies, and it's pretty much it. And then my parents usually cook everything from scratch. This year was a little bit different. We had a lot of help from my friend Costco. Yeah.
Her best friend.
Yeah. Like honestly, if anybody deserves a Costco brand deal, and honestly, I'm there. I'm there.
Literally, I bet everything she's wearing is from Costco.
Actually, Target.
Oh wow.
Oh wait, or Target.
My socks aren't Costco though.
Mine.
Mine are too.
Pretty much my traditions at my family. Games, board games,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and movies.
Very fun. Very fun.
You know, Thanksgiving is like a pretty chill holiday. Like all you're kind of obligated to do is like hang out with family and eat, right?
I would say my mom probably doesn't think it's chill
Why?
because she's
She has
always
to cook.
cooking everything.
Yeah.
I mean, we
No,
help,
that's totally
but
true. That's totally true. I feel like the mom has all the burden typically.
yeah, because like my dad sits on the couch watching football, so.
I feel actually Anna's family is a little bit different. I feel like your mom cooks a lot.
Well, yeah,
Your
we're like
dad
traditional
also, like,
Americans.
really cooks.
Yeah, like my parents both are very equal about the cooking. My dad loves.
Well, I was
cooking.
gonna say your dad's like not a chef, but like
He's like a home chef.
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
he
he's-
likes to
Like he
cook a
loves
lot.
to make like sushi, anything. Like he'll make
I've
it.
had his sushi. It's
Yeah, you were over once.
Mm-hmm.
You were like, do you want more? You're like, no, this is a lot of food.
It's 'cause
Typical
rice
Latin
fills me
household.
up so
Come on, you
much.
hungry? Sorry.
I know, they were like,
No, yeah, but yeah, both of my parents cook the food.
My dad always carves the turkey.
you want some more mac and cheese?
And Alyssa
Here,
likes
do
the
you
turkey.
here, hand me your plate.
Actually, I'm good
It's-
without the turkey.
Oh yeah.
It's easier.
Thank you, darling.
There's this
There's a meme I saw
Oh,
where
Ooh,
the person
yeah,
looks
baby.
super like glammed out, and there's like getting glammed just to be in your living room. And honestly, I have never related more to a meme in my life than there, because honestly, we do get glammed just to be in your living room.
I'm going in for seconds on
really
this
do.
Mac.
I already
this
did.
year-
I already went in for seconds.
Oh,
It's
I actually
so
wore,
good,
like,
Becca.
Thank you.
Leggings, because no one
I
was
feel like I'm
there.
gonna have to.
I love making mac and cheese.
But don't worry, because it's sponsored by Lactaid.
Lactaid.
Just kidding, it's not sponsored.
Oh, it's so warm.
That's what she said.
So, Kay, hit us with some history.
Yeah, it's time
Okay,
to go to
so-
class, honey.
One thing that I was very interested in, and honestly, this happened when we were driving to my parents because they live about an hour south away. So me and Scott were driving, and we actually drove through an Indian reservation, which is the Mukbang, like over there. And as we were driving, like, you know, I could see like stuff, and I was like, is it kind of like weird that, like, do Native Americans celebrate Thanksgiving? Because actually I didn't know the history, but like if you really think about it, like it wasn't the best of times
It
for
was a
them,
massacre,
Mhm.
bitch.
which is crazy. So we looked up some Thanksgiving history, and it starts with the horrible history of Thanksgiving, which, okay, let me preface this. Like, to me, in my mind, Thanksgiving is about a time where like family comes together and like you enjoy food together. You're thankful for each other and for the life you're living.
That's
at
what we've
home.
made it to
That's
be
what we
with
made
That's what
it
you
to
were
ourselves.
be.
taught from a young
But
age.
it's pretty unfortunate that the
It's not
actual
the truth, yeah.
history is like very skewed.
Dark.
And even throughout like high school and middle school, when you're learning about history, I feel like the history books
Elementary.
don't do a really great job of telling the children like what actually happened. And like if they actually told them what happened, I think that people would actually have a very different.
Mine.
It's very
Visualization.
whitewashed, and
It-
the history books are all written by the same like five,
Yeah.
probably like white old men.
And it's really sad. So we're here to kind of bring attention to what Thanksgiving actually was when it first started. And even though like it doesn't take away from like our family time we spend together, we just want everyone to know that like Thanksgiving is something that is kind of like a whitewashed holiday.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to definitely during this episode honor Native Americans, because actually my genealogy is Native American. So like I didn't know that until this past year when my mom and dad took like the genealogy test, and my mom came back like literally 50%. Well, it's Mexican Native American.
No, yeah, same.
We just really want to do justice for the Native Americans and shed honor and light that this is their land and that we should be thankful that, you know, that we have the ability to live on this land and be thankful for them that they it's hard because it's something that they did not give this to us.
No.
We took it.
Yeah.
But, like, we should just honor them and just shed light
And
on
do
their
better.
history and culture.
Yeah,
Do
this
better
land
now.
Ain't our land.
Do better now. So, the horrible history of Thanksgiving. Before you fill your plate, please remember why we mark this day.
And this is by the New York Times, right?
Yep, the New York Times. So this is November 27th, 2019, marked. So it's very recent.
Mm-hmm.
It just talks about a little bit how like we spent our Thanksgivings for our whole entire lives knowing it as one way, but it really is not the same. It's reaching across race and culture to share with one another. But in reality, when the first Native Americans came with the white people who, you know, shipped across from Europe, they sat down at a large table. There were more than double the Native Americans that there were white people. So it was a 3-day feast for Thanksgiving. And the pilgrims who showed up from Europe, which are also known as pilgrims, invited the local, I can't pronounce this right, but it's a Native American tribe, starts with a W, Wampanoag. I don't want to mispronounce that, but I feel like people will eventually know what that is. Wampanoag people, they asked them to come for a celebration of harvest. About 90 people came, almost twice the number of pilgrims. So there were 90 Native Americans and just under 45 white people. And the other myth is that the pilgrims provided the food, when in reality the Native Americans actually provided the food for the pilgrims, honoring them on their land.
On their damn boat. Like, come on.
In reality, like, you know, in typical fashion, of course, the white people invited the people who had homesteaded on the land and said, hey,
Come celebrate with us, but can you bring the most of the
And I'm pretty sure it was because like the pilgrims obviously didn't know how to grow crops because they're new to the land and it's different soil, different weather, etc. And so that they were like dying. I think I read that they were like dying off, so they were inviting them to bring food, and it was the first time that they kind of had food, I believe, or something like that. And
they were taught by the natives, like, and they wrote down how they did things. That's what was even more messed up, is that they literally copied everything they
Which,
wrote
you know,
everything
that's
they saw.
normal. Like,
well, that's fine. It's just then what's after.
Yeah.
Well, I know, because I'm sure they already had planned out that they were probably going to do what they did.
So what's another weird thing is that there are multiple depictions of the first Thanksgiving. So there are 2 pictures. There's one by Jenny Augusta Brownscombe and the other by Jean Leon Jerome Ferris. And it's essentially a painting of like the white men from Europe, and white women and men, and then the Native American people from the Wampanoag tribe. And it's very interesting because both photos or paintings feature the natives in a subservient position, outnumbered and crouching on the ground on the end of the frame, which is very disappointing because like the people who were painting or taking the picture or whatever they were doing were trying to depict the Native Americans as like the subservient people, when in reality, like they were helping them gather food and teaching them the ways of the land. Like, such a nice way to do things. Because like, hey, if someone showed up on your home, I would be like, get the off of our land. Like, you're weird. Why are you trying to take my crops, my food, my meat that I have worked very hard for? But like, these Native American people opened their arms to these people and said, hey, come on in, like, we will have dinner with you. And I feel like in those day and age, like, dinner was one of the most common forms of like
it was easily probably too like the meal of the day. Like, you probably, I mean, I don't know, I'm just saying, but my guess is you wake up, they maybe ate something, and then you go to work all day on like going out hunting or whatever, gathering stuff, building homes, whatever. And then dinner is like the meal where everyone's together and eating.
Another weird thing is that the pilgrims, when they arrived and like invited them to feast with them, they were actually, a lot of them were very, very sick. So this plague actually spread upon the Native American people, which wiped out a lot of people in their culture.
Because they're getting exposed to new diseases that
Which
came
is
from like
so
the boat.
insane.
You get a lot of
Yeah.
like disease on the boat and or from Europe too that came.
Yeah.
And
Sorry we're taking this into like
a dark turn.
a dark turn, but like I think it's relevant and
Yeah,
it's
it
important.
this should be more spread.
I mean, there's people that I know that are adults, like our age. When we were talking about Thanksgiving, that's someone that's a teacher said like, "Hey, I'm so excited to decorate my classroom. I'm gonna put like little Native Americans with like pilgrims." We're like, "Girl, no." And I explained to her why, and she was so shook. She was like, "But my whole life," I was like, "Girl, no, do some research. Like, people our age don't know what really happened."
Yeah.
I think it's like fine to like celebrate it in that way too, but having the understanding or the knowledge of what it really was. I think like Cassidy was saying earlier, the holiday to us now means something different. And so I think as long as you're educated and you know the side and not to forget it, it's okay to still celebrate it.
Yeah.
And like the coming together of people, and because you have to, it's like taking it back, you know what I mean? Like kind of like how marginalized groups will take like a word that is meant to be very derogatory and they own it and they take it back and they make it something different. I feel like in a way Thanksgiving's kind of that way. Like, of course, I know the history of Thanksgiving and it's really sad and disgusting, honestly. But I think it's important too to know that why we celebrate it now and today. It's more of a time to stop, kind of relax, spend time with family and friends, and really come together and give thanks.
And I agree with you.
And that wasn't like the giving thanks wasn't the thing back then. That had nothing to do with it. That's definitely been like newer, you know what I mean? What happened? Was there a spider in your drink?
Wait, the
I legit thought there was like a spider or some shit.
I
in
thought
your
she threw
drink.
it up.
Oh my god, that was so funny. I legit thought there was like something in your drink.
This has been a great and lovely mukbang. I know it was a little bit darker than
I know.
usual. I hated the food. But in the true meaning of what Thanksgiving is now, I'm gonna try and I actually didn't say this for my traditions, but my family, we like to go around and say one thing we're grateful for.
Oh my
We're
god,
grateful for.
we do that too. How did I even forget?
I forgot to.
We all go around the table and say
God,
one thing
let's
we're
do
thankful
that.
for, and I totally forgot.
So I'm gonna have us go down and say what we're thankful for. I'll go first. I am thankful for my family.
I'm thankful for my family and my friends.
Tea.
I'm thankful for my family, my friends, and my personal health because I know not everyone is as healthy.
True,
Yes.
that's good.
Yeah. Billy, what are you thankful for? Typical
Me
Billy.
too.
Cheers to that.
Happy
And with
Thanksgiving,
that,
everyone.
happy Thanksgiving,
We
late
love you.
Thanksgiving, leftover
Let's-
Thanksgiving. Tell us your favorite leftover Thanksgiving meal in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm looking at y'all.
Follow our personals at
Kass Kardashian
At Nick Farbet.
8 Caroline 19.
and at the Try Hard Girls
Everywhere.
everywhere.
See you next time.
Try Hards out.